These meat emojis that you see on the screen right now are offensive to trillions of vegans, myself included.
I did a brand deal for tampons.
Day 61 of being a girl.
What do you think?
What's your name?
My name's Blair.
Blair. What are your pronouns?
She and her.
Hey Blair. Hey Blair.
You still identify as a baby or a toddler, that's totally okay.
I've gone back to
masculinity in the West, eh?
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You said society wants men weak. Why would they want to make them weak, effeminate? Do you think is
so
this
they'll
like
comply?
Conspiracy land?
So they'll comply.
Okay.
You want to take over a country, right? Who are you going to attack? You're going to attack the fighting age males, or are you going to attack the women, the children, and the old people, and get them thinking that way, and then create pressures on the men and just let it blow up from the inside out? Don't you think that's what's happening to America right now?
The fact that if you're a grandfather, that you're looked at as a dirty old man if you try to take your kids out for a walk or take them to the playground to play, push them on the swing, immediately other mothers, other people will look at you like, why is he with a child? Sick pedo perv. How sick is that? And this is exactly what's weakening men, because having a mentor that's always a man, much older than you, who's experienced life, is now disintegrated in society. It's not even a thing anymore. I don't hear anything about mentors or men getting help from older men who've been through it all and can impart wisdom, guidance, aside from your father, if you even had one in the household now with all the dysfunction in the nuclear family.
Right, that's another thing. We know how important it is to have a strong male figure in your life, both as a male or a female, especially as a woman, I'd say. And yet we continue to see this push to isolate men from everyone else.
The society aims to take swords from men and hand them an apron, a spoon, and a box of makeup. There are so many ideas and garbage that have crept up into society trying to effeminate men, which is rendering men useless and unneeded. Why can't a man help with the house chores? What is wrong with being emotional and seeking pity? The men I'm in society now are way lesser than the quality of men in the past generations. Hollywood has women beating up 6-foot and muscular men and wants men to wear heels and dress like women. Men's fashion is nothing to write home about. There are more Gen Zs who are more inclined about sex and identity than the ones who are focused on getting fit, becoming innovative, and conquering spaces. The average man cannot be trusted with responsibilities. This is the reality of our society. Men went from being focused, strong, and determined to sissies and crybabies. Easy times indeed create weak men. Society is effeminating men and empowering women. Women empowerment is one thing that has gotten men to step back on active duty, which, for example, is doing more jobs to earn more. More jobs help society, and more money helps the family. And this is how men keep things in balance. But society has started rendering men's effort useless because more women want to be like men. Did I say it's not okay to have women doing well in their endeavors? No, I didn't. What I'm saying is that it's wrong to slap men's effort back into their faces. Divorce in the court system thinks men are not worth shit. The word "I don't need a man" is one of the words that kept pushing men to the back of their game. Because men were unappreciated. I once told a girl that it's one thing for a man to provide as a responsibility, and another thing to provide as a loving father when he's called that. As more men became unappreciated, this is what happens thereafter. Families lose father figures, which is the most important thing in the family. The man could be there and coming home, but he's not respected. And the boy is growing up, but he does not see a father but a mother who presents what the father provides. And this is the journey of emasculating men and the birth of weaklings. There's an article posted by News 24 that caught my attention. And here it is. I am shocked when I see men say some of the terrible things like this. I am pretty sure this man is still married just because they have agreed to accommodate an overpowering woman in the name of being woke. Let's read the headline. Why toxic masculinity isn't a useful term for understanding all of the ways to be a man. This is the way men have been talked shit on by other men. What's happening to men is that men are trying to respond to society and not be caught in the depressive state of many men. Funny enough, what many people call toxic masculinity is the normal way of life of men from past generations. Let's see what this guy has to say in this article. There seem to be as many interpretations of what toxic masculinity means as there are uses of the term. Some believe it's a way to criticize what they see as specific negative behaviors and attitudes often associated with men. Others, such as broadcaster Piers Morgan, claim that media interest in toxic masculinity is part of a woke culture that aims to emasculate men. Others believe toxic masculinity is a fundamental part of manhood. Toxic masculinity is a non-existent factor. If we agree that feminism is toxic, we don't see that feminism has done more harm to society than masculinity, but society calls out only masculinity. Let's see what this guy right here terms to be toxic masculinity. In its simplest sense, toxic masculinity refers to an overemphasis or exaggerated expression of characteristics commonly associated with masculinity. These include traits such as competition, self-reliance, and being stoic, which produce behaviors such as risk-taking, fear of showing weakness, and an inability to discuss emotions. These have negative implications for both men and women. What is wrong with these men? These men have been successfully emasculated. How will a man in the right state of mind say that competition, self-reliance, and being stoic are characteristics of toxic masculinity? I have never heard anything as dumb as this. Do men just go out and sit somewhere, and they get handed the resources to bring back home to their family? And about being self-reliant, so men who cannot rely on themselves is the perfect man for society. Men who rely on their parents, the government, and welfare. So, this article writer says that factors like competition and self-reliance produce characteristics like risk-taking, fear of showing weakness, and ability to bottle up emotions. If these characteristics are a sign of toxic masculinity to some men, these men are fucked. These characteristics are why society is safe. It is why men take the risk to build the things that are making the world a comfortable place to stay. A man who shows weakness is a problem. The dangerous things happening around the world are from weak men who can't hide their emotions. Men who easily express their emotions of hatred, depression, and they release it on their wives, children, and the society. And there's a lot of casualties. What does it profit society if everyone becomes a weak man? They advise women to step up their game, and in the justice system, a man gets no chance to explain or justify himself. Anything a woman accuses him of, he is guilty of, and men are losing their jobs and valuables because of this. Men who have taught other men to become real men are getting canceled, and men who are trying to make men think as a woman and kids to wear female dresses are being celebrated. That article says masculinity characteristics have a negative impact on society. No, it does not. Without it, society is going to be fucked up. More young men are refusing to grow into responsible men because there is no woman to receive it, there is no society to appreciate it, and hence, true masculinity is reducing, and this is making women try to fill this vacuum, and it's killing them and taking them out of their biological and traditional role.
Don't turn your back on your own masculinity, which is a gift to you that you need to turn around and give to the rest of the world.
Masculinity is a gift to you from God that you must turn around and give back to humanity.
That's right.
And in the absence of that, I'm going to feel hopeless. I'm going to feel despair. I'm going to feel anxious.
When men don't step up, women feel they have to take that role. If we're not protecting and providing, then they feel they need to step into the vacuum and make up what we're lacking.
Correct. It's not factory installed in your woman to lead, but because you stopped leading, she felt someone needs to lead. She had to pick it up, and now she probably treats you like her boy instead of her husband, and now she resents you because she wanted a leader. And a woman wants to be seen like a man wants to be respected.
Exactly.
Guys, whatever you are doing in this life, keep your masculinity intact. Modern women fancy power, and they will lure and manipulate you into a weakling, and when they are done, they will dump and tell you they cannot settle with a guy who is not man enough. Society wants you to become a weakling so that they can come for you and your family and demoralize you because your essence has been taken away. Men deserve better. Men deserve fucking better. These men bust their ass and get themselves messed up just to keep the society in balance and more. Men are in jail. More men commit suicide. More men are dealing with depression. Young men are finding it difficult to face the future, and the society does not see to that. They want to keep taking from men and canceling men. Society failed men, but y'all need to appreciate men. y'all need to fucking appreciate men. Society says we want men to talk more and be open. When you do so, that deepest secret that you kept is what will be used against you. Many women are guilty of this. I see women telling men, it's okay to be tired. It's okay to cry. Men, you better don't cry before her. Bottle your opinion and keep a bright face and go sort your problems. You find a friend, a father figure, you go to God. Never share your problems with any woman or the society. It's gonna bite you in the ass. Men always remember that masculinity is a gift. That is what makes you, you. Keep preaching it. Keep living it. That's all for today on The Latest Juice. If you enjoyed this video, you might also like my previous videos. Don't forget to hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. Share this video with whomever you would like to watch it. Thanks for watching.